Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to listen to some mumbly jumbly. All the way from St. Albans, your host for tonight, Abs the Magic, Supercoach Godfather.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining. Today's topic is Hayden Young. I had a request. It came from one of my regulars on my YouTube channel, from Matthew Anderson. I love this bloke. Always talks to me. Alright, now, he's requested for a Hayden Young player review. And I said, well, to be honest, I was going to review him anyway because I want to know too about Hayden Young. Everyone's talking about Hayden Young. I've seen him in a lot of teams. So why isn't he good enough to be in the Abs Magic team? So we're going to find out. Is he good enough? Is Abs Magic going to hire Hayden Young services this year? Let's find out. Okay, the first thing I'm looking at is his price. 508k, that seems reasonable. If he's going to be a primo, that's a good price. What is he averaging to get that 508? I'd say around about 90, maybe 90. Let's have a look. 92. So 92 average is not going to be enough to be a primo, but can he get better? Can he go to... What do we need for a top 6, actually? 110? Maybe 100 is probably not enough even. So I'd say about 110 is what we're looking for. Can he get to 110? Wow, now we're pushing it. All right, how many times has he cracked 100? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in 21 games. 20 games. How many 90s are there? 1. Lots of 80s. 2 90s, okay? A lot of 80s. Maybe the early rounds, we're not going to count these, but then you got 100, so we are counting those, okay? All right, maybe that was an injury game. So it looks like he missed 2 games after that, so that could be injury affected, but all right, let's dig in deeper. I've gone to our official AFL app. I've gone into a defenders, I've typed in Freo, just to see all the defenders and all the averages and who's stealing all the points in defence. Okay, because there are 3,300 points, so these points need to be shared, yeah? So we're going to find out who's sharing them, especially in defence, and it's actually alarming. All right, Luke Ryan's taken 96 of them. Hayden Young, 92. Jordan Clark, 87. Cox, 80. Chapman, 75. Now, that's it. The rest we don't worry about. Now, Chapman has room for improvement as well. He may take his game to the next level. So he may go up in value. He might take 85 of those points next year. Cox also is... So this is going to be tough. How is Young going to score 110 amongst all this? All right, let's do some more digging. Okay, I've gone to AFLtables.com, typed in Hayden Young, and looking at all his disposals. Okay, so I've gone, and the disposals look good. Well, they look good, but they're up and down. You got 17, then you got 31, then you got 16, then you got 24, then you got 23, then you got 16 again, then you got back to 31. So he's going to be a yo-yo from the disposal count that I'm looking at, okay? So we're just trying to work this out now. 26, 31, then 19, 17. So obviously it's team, it depends on who he's playing against. For example, against West Coast, he's had 17 disposals because the ball hasn't gone there. Whereas against Richmond, he's had 31 disposals because Richmond just kicked the ball forward, so he's going to round out defence. So it depends who he's playing against is how he's going to score. He's not a regular 31 disposal player. He's more a regular 20 disposal player, I'd say. I'd say in the 20s. Now, his kick to handball ratio, all right, is very high, which is really good. It's 21 to 10, 12 to 8. It's always high, well, except for once, but mainly it's high. 18 kicks, 13 handballs, 11 kicks, 9... I mean, you can see 31 disposals against St Kilda. That's another team that bombs the ball forward. So it depends on who he's playing. Actually, 16 against West Coast, so that's twice. Against West Coast, he's at 16, and against West Coast here, he's at 17. So against weaker opposition, he's not getting much of the ball. Obviously, he's a defender, and and they're dominating that. They're killing West Coast, so the ball's not going into the back line. Now, with his uncontested possessions, it's very high, which is awesome. It's what we want from our defender. From a halfback that has huge uncontested possession, it's massive. It means he's running into space. He's creating a handball receive. So it's a good sign. Time on ground, so percentage-wise. Looking at this, he's basically around about 80. 82 is pretty much his average. Looking at sometimes he's gone to 92 once, and he's had an 89 here, but it's roughly around about 80. I would love to see it if it was at 90, but obviously when he's doing all this uncontested position and running, he's using up a lot of his petrol, so that's understandable to have that percentage a bit low. Okay, I've gone to DFS Australia, one of our regular websites we visit, and we're looking for kick-ins. Who's taking all these kick-ins at Freo? Right, let's find out. Freo. Kick-ins. Luke Ryan is dominating the kick-ins. Cox is coming at a good second. Hayden Young, we can almost say he doesn't take kick-ins. I mean, he takes 1, 2, 0, 1, 0, 0. He's had a good day once, but then again, when he took 4 kick-ins, Luke Ryan took 10. He must have got level poisoning because there was 10, 14, 15, 16 behinds that game against Sydney. So, yeah, he's not a regular on kick-ins, which is, it's okay. We don't need him to be. He can be a receiver. It doesn't have to be the guy taking the kick-ins. Let's look at heat maps. Okay, here we go. Where are you? Tools, stats, player heat maps. Should we write down the bottom? Hayden Young, there you are. Now this is going to be interesting. Okay, I'm going to compare the heat map. Let's put it right next to. Right next to the scores. So we're going to compare his scores with his heat maps. For example, round 3 when he scored 56. All right, what was he doing? All right, I mean, he's in a good area. There's nothing wrong with where he is. It's just that the ball hasn't got there much. Okay, so I mean, in regards to where he's playing, that's a beautiful. That's a magnificent map. All right, so I have no complaints with the map. Let's have a look at a better game. Again, well, it's surprising he's gone to the half-forward line there. Like, spend a bit of time in the half-forward line. That's interesting, okay? But this is a good map as well. That game, he scored 123, so yeah, they can tell that's a good map. All right, round 4 he had a good map. Round 5 he got injured. So let's not worry about well, let's have a look at round 4. We're not going to worry about round 5. Round 4... He's moved to the wing. He's not on that half-back line. Okay, that's not good. That's a very bad. Okay, but just to calm it down, we're going to find some good ones, hopefully. All right, let's have a look at these scores again. Close that one off. All right. 86, 86, 80, 84. Let's have a look at 4 in a row. Round 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, remind me. 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, that's not good, on the wing. 9, that's not good. Okay, the boy we're talking about is a defender. He's playing on the wing. What's going on here? 9 is no good. 10, okay, 10 is much better. He didn't score much anyway, because 10 he must have had a weak opponent. 11, oh, he's back in the back line again. That's a good sign. As you can see, he goes for a dash, like a long dash, okay? He runs a lot. But he didn't score much that game either. Let's look at a big score. Give me a big score now. All right. He's got 3 big scores in a row. Well, 1 big score and 2 sort of half-decent scores. 12, 13, and 14. 12. Okay, he's not in that back line. He's gone too far. That's why he's gone under 100. 13. He's gone big here because you know why? He was playing in the right spot in the arc. He was right there. He got it all. 142 this game. You can tell. He's all over it. This is a good game. Okay. 15. Again, he's got the same spot as he had the previous week. So this is a good sign. He's had that same spot 2 weeks in a row. We're happy now. This is where we want. If he can play in this role right there, this is really good. Let's have a look at the next round of scores. Okay, he's had a 58, 89, 88. Now, I can bet you right now that 58 is on a wing. It could have been against West Coast. All right, 58, 89, 88. Sorry, round 16, 17, 18. Yep, he's not in the back line. He's moved. That's why he's got 58. That's 16. 17, he's back in that back line again, and he's scoring well. 17 and 18. Okay, he's moved again. Yeah, I'll be honest now. I'm not liking his chart movements. He's moving around too much. He's not gonna get you that 110 if he's gonna move like this. He'll get you that 110 if he stays around here all the time. But the more he moves around, the less chance of him getting big scores. Alright, this was a big score, round 19. He went huge. And he moved around a lot too. I mean, he must kick some goals. Round 19. Well, I've actually closed that app. No, I haven't. Round 19. What'd you do? Let's have a look. Round 19. He had 31 disposals. That was against Richmond. Of course it was against Richmond. He kicked. Let's have a look. Where's the goals? No goals. All right, but he had 31 disposals that game. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go towards the end of the season. Round 21, 22, and 23. 21. Back in the back line. That's where we want him, but he's not scoring. He's scoring 80s. 21, 22. Yeah, it's where we want him. But Freo has got defenders, 3 or 4 of them, that are scoring high. So it's really hard just for one defender to get all the points, especially when you got competition around you. And sometimes you've got weak opponents, so you're really fighting to get these points. And 23. Okay. I've seen enough. Okay. We've come to the final verdict. Now, I'm going to explain something now, okay? When you've got Luke Ryan taking all the kick-ins, plus disposals, Hayden Young missing out on all the kick-ins, you got Cox, you got Clark, you got Chapman. I mean, these are all two or three running half-backs. It's very hard to fit them all in there, and they're all stealing points from each other. This is a very good defence, and that's the problem. Hayden Young is in a team that's got a very good defence, and it's going to be very hard for him to crack the 110 average. So what can he do? He might be able to crack 100. All right, let's just say he cracked 100 average, okay? And to get 100 average, he's going to have to really stay in that defence. He can't go like we've seen. He's gone midfield. He's gone not midfield, but he's gone to the wings. He's gone forward a little bit. And to get that 100, he has to stick to that defence. But is he going to do that? Is Freo going to hold back Young and say, look, you're just staying in defence and that's it? To be honest, I don't think so. And here's another thing. Another thing. Okay. Defenders last year. Defenders last year. The averages, the best ones. 113, 11. There's actually only 5 of them. Up to Dawson, we stand out. 109, so it's 110. So your top 5 defenders are at 110. Okay, mind you, I didn't start any of these 5 last year, which is incredible. So your top 5 defenders are at 110. Then you go down, they're at hundreds. Okay, and to get defender averaging 100, it costs you 550k. So it is not much more than what you're paying to get Young. And these are all at 100. Okay, now we're dropping down to 95s. And by the time you get to Luke Young, or Hayden Young, sorry, he's right down the bottom. And I can't see much improvement, to be honest. Maybe 100, okay? And I'm being generous because I think he's played to his max. I don't think there's not much more he can do than what he did. I think what you saw is what you get. So unfortunately for me, it's a pass. But doesn't mean that it's a pass for you, because this is my opinion. Okay, doesn't mean you have to agree with my opinion. I'm not always right. But yeah, that's my opinion. I'm passing. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining. And remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.